Hello and welcome to episode 12 of my RuneScape tutorial Let's Play series. This episode is going to be on the Grand Exchange. Fancy making some money? How does 130 grand sound? Well, this isn't one of them nonsense become a millionaire in 5 seconds rodders episodes. This is, you're going to have to earn the money. But there are good ways to earn the money, easy ways, and slow, grindy ways to earn the money. And there's possibly a much better way to earn the money. But a way that I like to earn over 130,000 when I first start with RuneScape, so I can upgrade all my tools, like buying a rune pickaxe and a rune wood axe, which are pretty good. I know there's better, there's dragon and all sorts, but for me rune is good enough because it goes quickly. But in order to make all that money, we do have to do a little work. So let's take a look at my bank and let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about wood cutting. I did mention it in a previous episode. How can you make loads of money with wood cutting? So if you spend first of all your time cutting roughly about 91 normal logs, roughly about 91, depending on if you're using experience lamps or any experience enhancers. I don't think I've used a single experience lamp. Okay, that's why I've still got keys sitting there, because I'm not grabbing any of that sort of stuff yet. I'm just doing the basic XP. So cut about roughly 91 logs, normal logs, so the normal trees. I'm going to go and cut one just to show you in a moment. By doing that, you will gain level 15 in wood cutting. So you're probably saying, Gamester, you old fool, what good is that to me? Well, when you get to level 15 in wood cutting, you can then cut oak trees. Now, here's the thing. You can at later levels go on to progress to willow trees and yew trees and maple trees, but guess what? Here's the thing. They are much slower to cut, okay, than your good old oak. Because at level 15, by the time you've cut 1,000 oak tree logs, which is what I'm going to use to demonstrate at the Grand Exchange, by the time you've cut 1,000 of these suckers, your skill is going to be at least level 40, if not 41. Now, if we go back and look at that, okay, you can see there we get at 31 an adamant hatchet, which cuts nice and quickly. But if we carry on down the tree, oh, check the Gamester out. At 1,000 oakwood logs or very near to it, you'll then be able to use a rune hatchet. And guess what? You're going to have tons of money. You'll be called loads of money. So you'll be able to go to the Grand Exchange and buy one of them beauties. Right, so then, I'm getting ahead of myself. So you've cut yourself 91 trees. So let's go cut a tree. So just a normal old tree you need, like this one here. Now the thing about the first tier of wood, these just trees, you only get one log from them. So it is a bit of a pain, and it is a bit of a grind, because you're only going to get one single log each time you cut a tree down. So yeah, you've worked it out already. You're going to need to cut 91 trees down. But if you do that, you'll then be on to oak logs. And that's where the fun really starts with wood cutting. Because oak logs, like I say, you upgrade your as soon as you upgrade your wood axe, to even an adamantite axe, or even what I'm using, a steel axe. You can, well, let's show you. Let's not waffle any longer. So I need 1,000 oak logs. I've got 961. Now there's a couple of places, good places to cut trees. Well, here's the best place. I mean, look at that. How sodding close is that to the bank? You can't get any better than that, can you? And there's an oak tree just over here. So what I do is I position my map like so, Well, I'm going to see in a moment. So the bank is here. I zoom the map in. Then I click down here, because this is an oak tree. So just a short step away from the bank. I then position the camera. So if I hover there, I can open the bank booth. And here's the oak tree. And so I'll cut this down. Now watch what happens. Now, like a normal tree, it doesn't get chopped down after one log. It can sometimes drop a ton of logs. Sometimes it might drop just one single log. But that's why I wanted to fill my pocket up twice, so you can get an idea. Also, from oak trees onwards, nests will drop on the ground. Now, nests are very useful for crafting and for the seeds that are inside them for farming. So it's all good. It really is all good. You'll notice I'm getting 37 XP for each oak log I'm cutting. But look, this is still just a steel axe. So check out the speed. And then once I get a rune axe and use that at 41, I'll show you again how quickly I'll be slicing and dicing up the oak trees. So the first time, I got 38 XP then. The first time that you cut 1,000 oak logs will be the slowest, because obviously your skill is going to be starting at really low level, at 15 on the actual oaks. So it's going to be slow, okay? I'm not kidding you about that. But once you've cut your first 1,000 oak logs, your skill's going to be at 41, hopefully. You're going to have a rune axe, and then I'm going to come back and show you that bad boy, how quickly he cuts through the trees. And so you can imagine with a rune axe at level 41, getting another 1,000 oak logs will be a breeze. The first 1,000 though will be slow. I do not deny that. And also cutting them 91 trees will be slow. But once you've done that, then it's good times, my friends, because you've got a way to make tons of money and you can buy some really seriously lovely stuff from the Grand Exchange. Like, what I use the money for is buying crafting components, materials, ones I can't be bothered, that are too annoying to gather or too grindy to gather. Now, off the top of my head, some of the ores that you have to do, like when you go on to making steel, you have to mine iron and coal. So that can be a royal pain, but we are going to do that just so I can show you. So one more full pocket and I got my 1,000. And that's purely for selling. So I'll cut another 1,000 for crafting that I won't sell. But once I've got this money, 130 grand in the bank, then I'm really set for money. I can make more if I wish. If there's some really great item that costs 1 million gold, then fine, I'll spend a few hours and get that money by cutting oak trees. Right, before I forget then, where have I got this 130,000 figure from? Well, if I click on this price checker, and if I click on an oak log, the price has dropped. Yesterday it was 131. So, okay, I'm inaccurate. You'll be making 129,000. Okay, because the prices fluctuate. Last week it was 136, so I've lost 7,000 in profit in 1 week. So hopefully though the price might start going back up, a bit like the old stock exchange. So prices do fluctuate. So sorry, to correct myself, I will be making 129,000. But you know what, that's no biggie, 2,000. Okay, so let's get these logs chopped and move on then to the Grand Exchange. Because surely by now you must be interested all about it. And remember, you can sell anything you like there. I'm only exampling oak logs because they're so easy to gather. Back and forth here, putting them in the bank. Before you know it, you got 1,000. Plus, as well, it's lovely skilling up. I mean, look at that. Check me out. I'm nearly level 41. It'd be so cool if I get that level as I fill my pocket up, but I don't think I will. I'll need to cut a few more. But I'm very nearly there. Yeah, I'm just not going to do it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm, what, 10, 11, 12 short. One more log. Alright, let's just cut one, shall we? And there you go. Level 41, rune axe time. There you go, rune hatchet. So, right, what do we do now then? Because I've given you a lot of waffle, but I'm still only a pauper. I'm a peasant. I've only got 816 gold. So I am a RuneScape peasant. Right, so here's my 1,000 oak logs. How do we take 1,000 oak logs to the Grand Exchange, I hear you ask? Well, what we do is we click on this down here, which switches it to note removal. We then right click and we click withdraw X amount, and then we want to select 1,000. Oops, what am I doing there? So 1,000. Now we've got a noted 1,000 oak logs. So now what we do, the Grand Exchange is located in Varrock. So I'll bring up the map, and I'm at Burthorpe, by the way. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. That's about the best place I like, in my opinion, to cut them oak logs. Is Burthorpe, and you got 2 oak trees here. You see them? Right near the bank. So you can also cut them. Oaks is also good at Draenor Village, because you can see you've got a couple of oak. You've got lots of oaks here in actual fact, but it's a bit further to run between the 3. So that's why I prefer Burthorpe. Anyway, so we're going to the Grand Exchange at Varrock. The Grand Exchange is just there. So let's get the teleport. The lodestone at Varrock. Right, okay. Let's just wait for it to catch up with me. Let's zoom this map right out and go straight across up there. So we're heading north from the lodestone, northwest to be exact. You go through the bank and out the other side. Oh, laggy. And then it's just up here to the left of the bank. Music is really lovely in Varrock. Can you hear that? Right, okay, so let's go inside. And there's someone... Oh, look at that. Completed an achievement. Commerce Bank. So there's someone I want to introduce you to, who will then introduce us to the Grand Exchange. Rugson Burson. What is this place? Well, this is the fantastic Grand Exchange. I am only too happy to help teach you everything you could possibly want to know. The tutor nearby can give a brief introduction too, but he's not as much fun as me. I want to know everything from you. Ha ha ha. Well, let's begin, my friend. Ooh, cutscene time. So there's the Grand Exchange in all its glory. Welcome, my friend, to the Grand Exchange. From here you can tell us what you want to buy or sell, and for how much, and we'll pair you with other players to make the trade. Let me start by telling you how to buy and sell items. The procedures for both are quite similar and can be explained in 4 simple steps. Step 1. You come here with items to sell or money to spend. Oh yeah, check out the stack of oak logs. Step 2. Speak with one of the clerks at the desks in the corners of the building and ask to access the Grand Exchange. This is the summary screen. It contains a list of all your offers. You can make several offers simultaneously, one in each box. So as you can see here, there's 8 boxes. So pretty darn cool. And in each one you can buy and you can sell. The down arrow is buying, the up arrow is selling. So per box you can either sell an item or buy an item. So you'd put in there, you'd search for the name. So say you wanted to buy a rune axe, you'd type in the search box rune axe, which we are going to look at, and then you'd see in there 1 rune axe waiting to be bought. And then when someone goes to the Grand Exchange to sell theirs, you'll be paired up with them, providing you've put enough money down to buy it. And the other one is for, of course, selling. Oh, here we go, it's going to tell us anyway. Alright, I'll just stay quiet, shall I? Each offer box has 2 buttons. This one is for offering to buy items. And this one's for offering to sell items. If you selected the buy option, you would see this screen. You can look for an item to buy by using the search box here, which is what I mentioned to you a moment ago. So if you wanted a rune axe, rune hatchet, you'd type in rune hatchet. Rune, once you type rune, it will then start showing everything that begins with rune. So it'll pretty much show you the rune hatchet and axe from that. You can set how many you wish to buy and the price you're willing to pay. So that's why I said make sure you offer enough money, because if you offer 1 gold, then the chances are you aren't going to be purchasing a rune axe. If you offer about 7,000 gold, which is how much the last one cost me, then you might be getting one. Before clicking the confirm offer button, we suggest a guide price for the item, but you can offer whatever you like. Now the offer is placed, you can return to the Grand Exchange at any time to check on the progress of your offers. So you can see there that he's got Staff of Air, 1,820 gold. Selling items is very similar. You'll be able to select items from your inventory to sell to them. Step 3. The clerks take the items or money off you and start looking for someone to complete the trade. Once your offer is running, just wait. The trade could be very quick or it might take several days. And to give you an example for that, I've put 1,000 oak logs in the bank before and I've clicked confirm, and as I've gone to turn around to walk away, someone snapped up the whole stack of 1,000 oak logs. Other times, like a few days ago on my other account that I've used, I put 1,000 oak logs in the bank. It took, I logged off, logged in the next day, about 12 hours later, they were all sold. So like it says there, they can either sell very quickly or might take several days, although I've never had that. I've never taken several days to sell 1,000 logs, whether it be yew, maple, willow or oak. Step 4. When the trade is complete, we will send you a message. You can collect your stuff by talking to the clerks or by visiting any bankers in RuneScape. So you can go to any bank in the whole world and you can collect your money. And I'll show you how to do that. To see costs of commonly traded items, you can talk to the characters around the building. Why would I need to do that when I can just search for the item and get a price checker on it? But anyway, might be something new they've added, so that's good because there's another way for you checking prices. The clerks keep a record of your recent transactions. Speak to them if you want to see that record. So if you sold a load of items and you want to try and sell for the same price even though it was a high price, then you can refer to the transactions record and see what the price was. There's a lot to learn, but you're now free to use the Grand Exchange. Come and speak to me if you ever want to repeat this tutorial or if you have other questions. Or it might simply be that you think Berg Brugson is a lot of fun, so you might want him to repeat the whole process. We're going to say never mind, because it's time to make some money. And granted, we might not get the cash in this episode, but in the next episode, well, in an episode, because I'm going to record another episode after this one on something else, so I will keep checking when they're all sold. Then maybe I'll do an episode and start it off with grabbing my money. So we're going to talk to the clerk here, the Grand Exchange clerk, and we're going to click sell, and we're going to drop them all in there. Now that though only says is only selling one, and we need it to be 1,000. So I do all. Oh, I never noticed that before. There's a buy limit per 4 hours, 25,000. Right, so I've got my 1,000, that's 129,000 gold, confirm offer. There you go, he's taken the whole stack of 1,000 oak logs. You now see them over there. You see that I'm going to get 129 gold each. Like I say, the price fluctuates. Yesterday it was 131 gold coins per log, per oak log. A few days ago it was 136 gold per oak log. So it's up to you if you want to like play the exchange and maybe wait and see if you get a better price. To be honest with you, just throw 1,000 oaks in the Grand Exchange, go cut another 1,000. If the price goes up, happy days, sell them at a higher price. You're still going to have 129,000 in the bank. So there we go. Now what we have to do is wait. Now it might be that they sell one at a time. You might see one of them, you might see that number go down just by one, or me make a little bit of gold. Okay, but it's not worth hanging around and watching it, because that would be ridiculous. It might take till tomorrow. But there we go, that's sitting in the bank now. People will buy them, they're put up for sale. And so I will show you when I can actually get a bit of money. Now let's show them. No, actually I was going to say I'm going to show how to collect your money, okay, just in case I forget for the episode when I do actually sell them. So you'll go into any bank, and you will right click on the banker and you will do collect banker. And if I'd have sold any of them oak logs, the money would be in here. So I can say auto bank or auto inventory. Okay, that's how you collect your money or your items if you bought some items from the Grand Exchange. So on that note, let's show you, as an example, buying a rune axe. Now I haven't obviously got the money to afford one, but let's show you how you can find and buy a rune axe. Because once I get that money, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. A rune wood cutting axe, that is, not a pickaxe. So we go back to him, and this time we click buy. Now in here I'm going to type rune, and you see it's found everything with the word rune. So if we scroll down, and bear in mind that if no one playing RuneScape has made a rune hatchet and put it in the Grand Exchange, then you will not see one in the Grand Exchange unless you switch servers and go to one which does. There you go, look at that. Right there, rune hatchet. So I left click that. That's now telling me that it's going to cost 7,245 gold coins. And I've got a grand total of 816. So what I'm going to do, your price per item. Oops, 816. Now I tell you now, I'm not going to get anything, but just for demonstration purposes, just for a laugh, let's offer that. Because who knows, maybe there's someone out there who's smoked a bit too much crack this week and they think that that's a good offer. So I'm going to confirm. Oh, I want one. Oh, I'll have to do that again now, dang it. Right, 816. And confirm. Oh, it's not even having it. It's not even having it. It used to be that you could offer whatever price you wanted and sell at whatever price you wanted. But Big Brother in RuneScape is there for a good reason, to protect people. And I guess they now force a minimum price. It's just like an auction where they set a minimum bid. They've now done that in the Grand Exchange. But it used to be you could do whatever offer you wanted. So there we go. I mean, I wouldn't have got one for 816 gold coins. That was just silliness. That was just to show you. But there you go. You see, you are protected. You aren't going to be able to, by mistake, buy the wrong item. And at least you know how much they're currently costing. But remember, prices fluctuate. It's all about supply and demand, my friends. So there we go, that's that. Right, I'm going to end this episode because I want to do another episode on unlocking a load of lodestones, which I did mention we'd be doing previously, but hadn't got around to it yet. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep you safe. Thank you for watching. And have a fantastic day. Goodbye.